Hello Libra, welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level, what it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. The deck that I'm using is the Goddess Oracle deck by Amy Sophia Marashinsky. So some of you may have been in a relationship in the past. For others of you, this could be a current relationship, but there is a lack of communication. For others of you, this could be a situationship or someone that you've met. And you know there's a whole lot of energy there, but no one's really speaking up. A lot of chemistry, but no one's really speaking up. Hiding. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, nor do I channel through any goddesses, since this is the Goddess Oracle deck. And there are certain reasons that I don't channel. Here we have a lot of terrible feelings, guys. This is not a happy reading. For you guys, it could be vice versa. Some of you might be feeling these emotions and feelings. The only reason why, it's because it's so intense. They're so intense. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4 really strong cards, and then another fifth one here that's slightly dark. First card's the strongest. We have here laughter followed by compassion. After that, we have illness, wellness, illusion, sensuality, grief, beliefs, embracing the shadow. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have change. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Libra, in you I have found a friend. No matter what happens in my life, I feel that I can count on you and trust you with my life. For me, you are my confidant, my best friend, the one who I can rely on. You know what makes my heart happy. You know what makes me tick. For me, you are that ray of sunshine on the cloudiest of days, and when the clouds part, everything seems to be okay. Because for me, you are the sun, bright and happy, cheerful. Someone who can guide me home when I'm lost. Somebody who has the ability of keeping me warm when I'm cold. And I do value you, even if it may seem as if I took you for granted. And I know I took you for granted. I do have compassion, empathy, sympathy, understanding what it is that you have gone through, understanding the things that I have put you through, and the fact that you have gone through it. It means a lot. It is a lot. This should never have happened. You may wonder why it is that I am not with you the way that you would like me to be. The truth is, I'm weighed down by responsibilities, burdens, restrictions, constraints. So many things that are on my shoulders, I just can't handle it. And I'm drowning. drowning so much in the sea of sadness where these responsibilities, these circumstances, they weigh me down. And because of this, I do feel hopelessness, despair, desperation, and sometimes even depression. I don't feel good. I don't feel healthy. I feel stuck. And there is a lot of trauma, emotional baggage that I have not truly opened up to you about. I never told you. But I hold it deep inside. And it weighs heavily. For me, you are the sun above the surface of the water. But as soon as I try to go up, something weighs me down. Something pulls me down. And so I can't be with you the way that you would like me to be, and yet I hide this. I don't tell you what it is that I'm feeling on the inside. I hide behind a veil, behind a false mask, not truly showing you what it is that I'm afraid of, not showing you what I'm embarrassed about. I am embarrassed. I'm shameful. I know there's certain things that I have done that I should not have. But I dare not admit it. I dare not show you. And I dare not show you how much I actually care. And so I act emotionally distant, avoidant, displaced, detached. I pretend as if I don't care. But the truth is, I do. And though I may not express it to you, deep down, I have a sense of guilt and regret. In you, I have found someone who is just so sensual, and you make me feel like I want to be with you romantically. You are so sensual. And I know that the connection that we have, there is a lot of attraction. We are attracted to each other, but I am so attracted to you. Everything about you, your hair, your skin, the way you smell, the scent. I want to hold you close, and squeeze you until you scream. I just want to be with you, and I want to have fun with you. I want to share myself with you because I miss you. But I do have regrets. Libra, I have done things and said things that I realize now I never really should have done or said. And the very core of my being has changed. I can't show this to you because it is so intense for me. I don't want you to know. But I do have feelings of regret, guilt, remorse for the things that I have said and done, and for the things that I never said that I should have, for the things that I never did that I should have done. I feel that you were once this bright, shining star, and now that too is fading over time, and I'm losing that light. I'm losing you forever. And there is sadness and melancholy. And I live out my days thinking about this a lot, that it's all my fault. It's because of me. And I do understand now that many of the reasons why things didn't turn out the way that they could have, the way that they should have, it's because you and I come from such different backgrounds. Yes, we had our commonalities. We had things in common, there's no doubt about that. But we also had our differences. We are not on the same page. We do not see eye to eye. In fact, we are so different that it's sometimes difficult to see things from your perspective. And for you, it was difficult to see from my perspective. I was born and brought up in a very different way, and so were you. My friends, my family, my society is quite different than yours. The way they think, the beliefs, the rituals, the customs, the traditions, the background, the mindset. Who is rich, who's not so rich. The lifestyle. Everything is so different and so unique that on many levels, you and I, we don't see eye to eye. And this is exactly why things now are quite awkward. I have seen and experienced certain things that perhaps you haven't. And I also know that in this connection, there has been the realization of the shadow side of me. How dark my life, my mind, my heart can actually get. Aggressive, compulsive, impulsive. And you experienced that. You noticed it, you saw it, now you remember it, and you can't get that out of your mind. This is why it's very awkward for me to even connect with you. Because I know what I put you through. I know what you went through. I put you through it. And it feels uncomfortable connecting again. I do feel that in this connection, things can no longer remain the same as they once were. They do need to change. I want to make that change. Because if this change doesn't occur, then everything will remain the same forever. And I know that that's not the right thing to do. There needs to be a change. Because I don't want to keep grieving. I don't want these circumstances to be weighing me down. I don't want to keep hiding. I don't want to feel awkward. And I don't want to argue anymore. Because I know what I've put you through. All right, Libra. That's what I meant. There's so much going on. Oh my goodness. So guys, for some of you with this beliefs card, this is a huge card for me. I've seen with this beliefs card, it talks about mindsets that are different, like different mindset, different culture, different religion, different background. Even two people that may view the connection differently. One may think it's exclusive, the other may just think it's a friends with benefits. This is also influence that others may have on you or your person of interest. Mostly your person of interest. In the sense that their society may be saying, no, Libra's not the right one. The family, their friends may be saying something. Meaning that ultimately they're getting influenced by others. Why? Because their beliefs are more aligned with theirs rather than yours. So that's the problem. All right. Let's have a look. At another set of cards. Let's have a look here. We have the Lover's Path Tarot, and we do have a card that's coming right out. Six of Coins, followed by the Nine of Staves. Okay. All right, for those of you who are new, this particular reading I do to have a look a little bit in the past, the history between the both of you in this lifetime, the past. Certain things or going great, but then all of a sudden something shifted and you may have noticed a difference in this person's behavior and their mannerisms. So what happened? Why did they start acting the way they did? Why are they behaving in this way? Hopefully, what I'm about to tell you will make some sense. This is for those of you that never received any closure, and you deserve it. This person could have ghosted you. They could have faded over time. They may have made themselves absent, I'm hearing. They could be giving you gifts but not being there. I'm hearing that too, actually. That's a first. But I definitely see here a lack of communication and also somebody that may have led the other person on. Well, let's have a look. 6 of coins followed by the 9 of staffs, and I do read this in the reverse. So this is any reasons, right? You may have wondered why this person did what they did. So hopefully this will provide you with a little bit of clarity. Here, it talks about a lack of generosity, how this person had that sort of feeling back in the day, maybe even now. A lack of generosity, not really wanting to help others, not believing much in charity, and not even feeling good fortune in one's life. There was a lack of appreciation. They did not trust in the prosperity of the universe. They could not help those who were less fortunate. What they ended up doing, though, in this connection, behind the scenes, they were using wealth to manipulate others. And they were giving with expectations, resenting those type of people who may have needed help. So it seems the word here is selfish. They were very selfish. It was all about them. What's in it for me? Very bad attitude. What's in it for me? That's not, for some people it's fine. But if you really want to be, I would say like Asnointia, if you want to follow that sort of belief system where you are literally selfless in a way, it's going to sound weird, but you got to be a doormat. It's not bad karma. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to stand up for your rights. But to some degree, if your person of interest here was always me, that's bad karma, right? And when I say a doormat, I don't mean that, God forbid you're being hurt in any sort of way. It doesn't mean that you just take it. No. There's justice for that, right? No. Emotionally, right? You give love and you get love. But if you keep giving and giving and somebody's not, you don't have to be that type of doormat. No, you walk away. End of story. You're just out of that person's energy. What I'm seeing here is you were actually giving and giving to this person. This person seemed to have been very entitled. They were taking a lot. And they had a lot of expectations, apparently. You might have been ready for someone like that. Maybe you weren't. But the other thing that this person was going through was the 9 of staffs. They were unable to give you the time, energy, and effort that you deserved. The 10 of staffs here, it talks about how they were overwhelmed and burdened by responsibilities. They had so much success at some point in time that they became overwhelmed with the responsibilities that came with it. So I do see here that your person of interest may not have given you the time, energy, and the effort, but they were actually putting it into something else. And because they were putting it into something else, they weren't able to give you their time because they were busy. So instead of investing their time in you, they're investing it in something else. And because they were doing that, they were so busy that they couldn't be with you. Wow. And what I'm seeing here is you come according to my schedule. You do things according to my way. They may not have said this directly, but they felt it. So this is you accommodating, bending over backwards, right? Like, oh my God, this person really wanted you to just be what they wanted you to be. And when there's love, people do become a doormat. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it's not. Me, personally, I need to stand up sometimes for myself, but I don't like confronting. That's not me. There's always a reason why somebody does what they do. There's always some type of story behind their experiences, right? It's the sum of who they are. Something happened. That is why they're behaving the way that they are. Now, something in this person's life happened in the past that has molded them into who they are now, and this is why they've been acting the way that they do. I don't like the way that they're acting because ethically and love-wise, it's very self-centered. But it is what it is, and it is who they are, and there's only a few things that they can do to change. One would be to value you, because when they value you, then they know what your worth is, and once they know your worth, then they're afraid of losing you. But they were so enveloped and so involved with other things and not giving you the time, energy, and effort. I'm seeing the word they were not responsible. They were in denial of certain things, and even dependable. They were not dependable as much patience. This person may not have been as patient as you were. Ooh, I'm hearing also quick to temper. If you hear a little whisper, guys, don't worry about that. That's just me, okay? Because I hear it and I quickly say it so I don't forget what I just heard. All right. And just to go over what I'm saying, I know some of you may be really, really, really upset by the word doormat. Listen, this is what it is, okay? I don't know for what reason. This is just the way I've been built over the years. It's just me, who I am, and not everybody is the same, obviously, right? But I'm the type of person at this point in my life, I've had so much experience that I love everything around me. I mean, this is going to sound weird, but I even talk to like the wood that's on the bed, right? I touch it and I talk to it. And there's the energy that comes from it. This is how immersed I am in energy. And I have experienced this because it's taken a few years for me to, immerse myself into this. And this is my world now. And so for me, this is normal. But for other people that have, just like me, everyday problems, it's hard to shift from there. Many of you know I have a day job, right? Very different. I work in the criminal justice field, as weird as that sounds. So, and I don't work as a psychic. Please don't think that. I actually have a master's in public policy and law and administration. So the difference is that it's like I switch from one to another, right? But that's also me. That's the higher self of me. And this is the everyday self, right? But merging those two together, for me, it's like you do need to be selfless. You do need to have that love in order to elevate. Libra, you might be like this, okay? But what I'm seeing is you were dealing with a person who didn't have a clue of how to appreciate, how to dedicate some time, energy, and effort. It seems to have been very selfish, and it's not fair. That's the part where it's not fair. So either you deal with the person on their level, or you simply just walk away because you are not resonating with that person on the same frequency. Okay? Stand up for yourself. You don't have to fight. You don't have to fight. Explain your reasons. Use the I method. I feel, ... I believe, ... I think, ... right? Use the I method. Communicate clearly what it is. Be assertive. In all honesty, I feel that you could do better because you need somebody in your life. Everybody needs someone in their lives who is going to be with you in a selfless way. Selfless. That's very, very important. We can't be with somebody who's selfish. What kind of relationship is that? To some degree, being selfish is good. To some degree. But not where the entire relationship is based on that. Some of you might be in a third-party situation. Maybe really a sticky situation. Not good. You might be working with this person. You may know this person through somebody else. And this person's definitely falling in love. My goodness, Libra, this is a very sweet reading. You have very nice cards here, except one or two. But there's a lot of changes happening here. First card, the strongest. Your person of interest is realizing. Yes, they are realizing that there is a sense of love in this connection and there is forgiveness. They do want to connect with you. Now, one thing I'm finding a little difficult to wrap my I just can't. I can't give this person the benefit of the doubt. I usually would, but I'm getting this urge and this feeling that they are in it also for the money, or they're in it for security reasons as well. Some people are some people love for the sake of love. Some people love for security, and they love security. Some people are in love with lust. Some people are in love with the idea of love. Okay? There's so many different types of people out there. But these are the type of people you're dealing with, right? You either have one of these or another person that has a different type of personality. Your person here, they do love you, but a part of that love is also based on security, based on stability. Am I going to have a home with this person? So this person does want a home with you. They want to have a family with you. They want to have pets with you. They want to have everything, but it's not truly based on the love aspect. The stability is not based on love. The stability is based on materialistic pleasures, which is not bad either. It's okay. But seeing what has happened before with all those other cards, I see a lot of complexities here. It's not as simple as it may seem. And I also see here with the 9 of Cups. With the 9 of Cups, you are their wish come true. There's no doubt about it. But again, what are they wishing for? What are they wishing for? Are they wishing for love? Or are they wishing for stability materialistically? Right? Again, thinking about themselves, right? It doesn't mean that this person's a bad person. They may have had nothing when they grew up in their life, and now all they aim for is to have stability. You see, people are different. Everybody's born and raised differently. So there's an issue here where, yes, you are dealing with somebody who may have a different thought process. It doesn't mean that they're bad. It just means that they're very, very different. And if you can't vibe with them on that level, if you're very spiritual and emotional, and if they're very materialistic, do you think it's going to work out? For some, it might be a very good balance. For others, like you had the beliefs card, right? You may not see eye to eye. And also, this could be for some of you a third party situation. Now, keep in mind, third party doesn't necessarily mean an affair. It could simply just mean, just like you had the 9 of Staves, the time, energy, and effort that one is putting into the connection, it's not as much as it should be. It could be more, but it is less. Here we have 3 of Pentacles. Some of you may have worked with this person. You may know this person through an association or through someone. If that's the case, then they are starting to catch feelings for you. They do have a lot of emotions for you. And if that's not the case, this also talks about working on something with you, partnering up on something, manifesting something, constructing something. But either way, this person wants to be in the presence of you while there may be somebody else in your life as well. And sometimes it could be that there's interference, even though the both of you may want to be together. So I'm not seeing this connection being as smooth sailing as it could be. There are a little bit of hindrances and complications because of other people and other influences. Now, there is a part of this person where they are almost very meditative. They think a lot. And here with the High Priestess, they're keeping a secret deep down inside. They do want to be with you, but they're not showing it. Also, they feel that fate and destiny is taking them somewhere else. They're hoping, they're trying to manifest this, but they're not sharing it verbally or announcing on rooftops that this is what I want. They're just hoping it internally. I also see here with the 5 of Pentacles, the overall arching theme, your person of interest does feel that they're in poverty. There's a lack of emotional richness that they feel. They don't have a lot of emotions to give, emotionally depleted. They also feel that financially they may not have enough, and that they are in poverty, and that they are not able to provide to you or provide for you the way that you would like them to. So there's a part of this person that also feels neglected and rejected. Now, victim mentality, this person could have also put themselves in this situation and started acting like the victim, blaming you for stuff that perhaps you may have done, maybe you didn't do, and maybe it happened by accident. But what I definitely see here is your person of interest does feel that they are lacking, that they don't deserve somebody as great as you, because they feel that their level is down here and you're up here. But when they're with you, they may pretend that they're up here. That's the issue here. And that's what the impression was when you may have started to get to know this person. You may have started to talk to them a lot. Maybe you guys hung out. Maybe you were married or whatever. But the impression was that they had everything under control. And the truth is, deep down, they actually did not. Now, do they have the love for stability? Yes, they do. Do they want to hurt you in any sort of way? No, there's no malice intention here. There's nothing like that here. It's just that this person thinks differently. Remember the beliefs card? They actually do think differently. So keep in mind, there are differences, and some people get together for financial reasons, some for stability, some just for companionship, some people for love, some people for lust, right? Everybody has a different type of relationship, and everybody loves to express themselves in different ways. It's up to you, Libra. Is this what you want? Is this the type of relationship that you are happy with? And if you're not, then you know what to do, you know what to say. Be assertive. All right. I'm going to do a quick prayer. I have here Archangel answer cards. All right, so these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Here we have you are ready, followed by reconsider. Yep. After that, we have here helpful people. Then we have trust in the divine. Followed by no need to worry. It's up to you. Yep, that's exactly it. Like I was saying here, you have a choice. Some of you are going to feel comfortable with this person. Others of you might not feel comfortable with this person. So definitely with the previous cards, I did see, yes, they are going to reach out to you, but just keep in mind that they don't want to hurt you in that sort of way. Like, let's just put it this way. They're coming into your life where you may have, a different color. You are a different color, and I'm not saying your racial color, okay? I'm saying, like, let's just say you're green, okay? And they're yellow, okay? When they mix with you, they just want to make lime green, right? That's simple. That's exactly what it is. But the fact that you guys have different colors, that's almost the issue. You're already so different. But then when you merge, that's what they're hoping, that maybe we can merge and we can create this lime green. And then we're hunky-dory and we're happy. But it doesn't happen all the time with everybody, right? Some people may just want to have somebody who's green. The person who's yellow just wants yellow. That might be an issue here. So this is the mindset that they're coming from, I'm seeing. Here we also have you're ready. All right, so these messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. So they are saying certain things have happened in your life. Libra, you've been through some ups and downs, and this does show that you've been there and done that, and you're ready to tackle anything that comes your way emotionally, spiritually, or physically. We have here also reconsider what it is that you're going to say or do in regards to this situation, regards to any situation. And reconsider the decisions because you may meet some people and you are encouraged to talk to some people who you trust, friends, family, regarding the situation. And here, they're going to provide you with some answers or some type of advice, and you will be able to reconsider and make any decisions that are needed. Also, you will be guided by the divine. This is the Christ consciousness. This is Jesus. And also Jesus' Father, just the source of the universe. And the holy white light. Always remember to trust in the holy white light of God. Things are written for you. It will happen, but it takes its own sweet time. We also have here, they don't want you to worry about anything. That also creates and attracts negative energy, so let's not go there. They don't want you to worry about it. It is up to you, though. Some of you are pretty much done with this person because you just keep giving, and they just keep taking and taking, right? And that's why it's up to you. Either you can be with this person or you may decide to leave altogether and move on, and that is okay. That's you just being the squirrel on a different branch. You're jumping from one line, one timeline, one reality to another. And the other reality is still written for you. There's still an outcome, but you just have to take that leap of faith or make that different decision, and the outcome will be different. This reading is for those of you that mostly want to stay with this person. But for some of you here, now it indicates that some of you may want to shift and leave. And that's okay. You still have your fate and destiny written. There's multiple. And so you just have to pick and choose. Eventually, you will see an outcome. There will be changes, and this is to occur within the next few weeks or even months. And it is unlikely, this is when things get a little weird. There's certain things that you may have planned or thought. Expect the unexpected. This is when this card comes up. Things will turn out unlikely the way that you thought them to have been. Things will not be the same, and it may be a surprise. But at the end of the day, what happens always happens for a reason. Sometimes a karmic reason. Sometimes because the universe, governed by God, the angels, celestial beings, they know what it is that you deserve. And you deserve better. Sometimes if it doesn't work out with this person, there is a reason why. If you caught this person doing something, there's a reason why. It wasn't just by chance you ended up at the same place at the same time or caught them writing that message. No. There's a reason why that happened. Because it's a warning. That, hey, sweet thing, this might not be the right person for you, or the situation needs to be looked into. Libra, be assertive. Thank you so much for tuning in. That is officially your reading. Let me know in the comments below, guys, if any of this has resonated. It was very powerful reading, I felt. A lot of energy there. And let me know your stories. I do read as much as I can and try to reply back to many of you as much as I can. Do tell me what happened. How has this reading, how does it relate to you? Of course, these are just the generic cards, but many of you do give me details, and I really do appreciate you writing, and I do appreciate you commenting. And sometimes even when you guys talk amongst each other, that's just great because there's that sense of community. So please do like, share, and subscribe. Also, I want to tell you guys that I do have another channel, Asnointia Audio. Many of the things that you guys write here, you share. And so I do have another channel that I like to explore further topics like this on that channel. That's on YouTube. The videos are absolutely free, just like this channel. I have some videos on past life and spiritual connections, what and who these type of things are. I also have some on relationship related advice, and the most recent one I put up, that was on letting go and moving on. Some of you might actually need to look at that one. I'd recommend you have a look at that one. There's two different parts. One is regarding letting go, the other is regarding moving on, but I go into details as to why it's important to let go, why it's important to move on, and why we can't let go and why we can't move on sometimes. You need to examine yourself, and it's kind of lengthy, but that's why I created two parts to it, because I really want you to absorb it and if you feel that it's very difficult for you to let go and that you can't even move on even after you have, that video, those 2 videos, they will help you understand more about your situation. Also, I do have one that is on negative energies, how to recognize and remove such things from your life. Now, some of you are interested in love readings. The link is below. Go to my website. You can place an order. I have the one available right now. That one's called the Express Love Reading. So that one you receive an audio plus a written report, which is a PDF. So there's a lot of details I go into in that particular reading. So please have a look at that if you are interested in a love reading. I also have the ability of getting rid of negative energies from your home, around your aura, inside of your body. So I teach you how to do that. And I do remotely view wherever it is that you're living. I only view the negative energies, and I tell you how many you have, where you have them, and how to get rid of them. And it's a very simple and effective method through the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. I've created that method, and it works. Also, if some of you are so involved in the thought process of this person, you're like, okay, why can't I let go? Why can't I move on? It's been months, it's been years, and you're still obsessing. Then you probably need the past life package. That's the only package that I have that is so lengthy for me to do as well. But once I do that, at the very least, you know the history that exists between the both of you, and also the reasons why the both of you may be doing the things that you are in this lifetime, or the way that they are treating you. And so that provides you with a lot of clarity and understanding. And I also wanted to mention that in that past life package, keep in mind, not everything is in the past life. I have had these anomalous readings, these anomalies that I call. It has been set in the future. So like, for example, I did one reading 500 years into the future. I didn't even know what I'm looking at. I mean, it's intense. But it's because your soul and their soul, they know each other. Because the past, present, and the future all exist at one point in time. So in the spiritual realm, that's why you know each other. That's how you feel that connection. But when you're on planet Earth, it exists as an instinct, an emotion, a feeling. You can't put your finger on it, but you know there's something special there between you and this person. So if you feel that it's a little difficult for you to let go of this person, it's been a little too long, like years, months or years, definitely have a look at that. For some of you, it may provide some closure. It may provide some extra information. All right, guys. Thank you, Libra, so much for your support. Thank you for your encouragement, and thank you for your patience regarding the upload situation that I've been having in recent times. I'll see you all again. You take care. Stay safe. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Bye now.